Well, here we go again. What's up, socials? Happy Savvy Tuesday and happy holiday week to you and yours. Due to popular demand, I'm back with What's on Amy's iPhone Part 2 because you guys saw that I had that last screen full of folders and apps and things to talk about. So let's see how fast I can get through this. It's probably gonna be a long one. So let's start with the entertainment folder. First of all, we have Netflix. Duh. Then we have Watch ABC because I watch a lot of ABC shows, and if I miss them and my DVR messes up, big app to have. TWC TV, almost disgraceful to have this app on my phone because I hate my cable company with a passion, but sometimes the only way to watch something on my cable is to use the app. Same thing with HBO Go, that is everything else. I love watching HBO series on this app when I'm traveling and stuff. IMDb, because I'm always like, what is that person in? What movie? You know, what's their real name? Like, I'm always looking up facts when I'm watching movies and TV shows to see, like, how do I know who this person is? Oh, I love getting to know who a real person is when they're in the movies. Next is Flickster. I love Flickster because whenever I watch a movie, I will get on here, check the ratings for Rotten Tomatoes, leave my own rating. Wheel of Fortune, because hell yeah. Plants vs. Zombies Part 2. I'd never played Part 1, but everybody was talking about it when it came out. I actually think it's kind of a fun game. Haven't played it in a while. Duolingo is the best way to learn a foreign language on the go. I've actually done a video about this app, so check that out. Next up is Heads Up, the app created by Ellen DeGeneres, which is the most fun charades game ever. It records you, your friends rather, pretending to be something when they're trying to tell you to get it right. It's hilarious. Flight Control, another fun game to play about landing airplanes. I typically play this while I'm on an airplane, so whenever I crash, it's a very unfortunate place to be. Video poker, because I like to play video poker, so why not have it on my phone? Why do I have to wait to go to Vegas to play video poker? Dream Days 365 is another app that I have done a video about. It's basically a glorified way to count down to some of your favorite special occasions. The Cinemark app. This is funny because I was at a movie and Cinemark actually has a setting, the smartphone movie setting or whatever, and if you keep it on their setting for the whole time you're at a movie, you win rewards from Cinemark, essentially helping keep people off their phones doing other things when they're in the movies. So you open the app, you turn on the smartphone mode or quiet mode or whatever, and if you leave it on for the whole movie, I don't know how they know, then you get rewards, like a free popcorn or something. Foursquare, I'm still on Foursquare, but now I use Swarm so I can check in. Foursquare is trying to be more of a review resource now, so I keep it here to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I never use it. Yelp, I probably check more often for reviews of different places. OpenTable, never use that because I hardly ever make a reservation unless I've been told I need to make a reservation, so I don't know why I have that. Eat24, I don't even know what that is. I'm almost positive it does not apply to my city. It's probably something I just keep around. Yeah, I can't order anything from this app. Jimmy John's mobile app is the best because they're super freaky fast and I order from this app all the time. I have one right around the corner. It's fabulous when you're starving. And same thing with Seamless as Eat24. I can't use this in Columbus, but I keep it around for when I'm in big cities and want somebody to deliver me food. Now, my second social folder. Looking here, we have the Kickstarter app, so I can just pull up the Kickstarter app if I'm interested in a fundraising campaign, better than just going to mobile web. Pinterest is in here. I don't use Pinterest quite as often as a girl like myself would, but it's here just in case I have the need. Keek is super fun, awesome times, except for that I hardly ever upload micro video unless it's like awesome, and then it goes to Instagram. So I just kind of keep Keek here in case it ever fits my needs, which is never in the last 2 years. Spreecast is an awesome live streaming app. Yik Yak is something I learned about that's like a social app that's allows you to just like put things out into the world. It's kind of a secret and it really only goes out to the local community. So far it's really just childish and stupid from what I can tell, but it's there so I know if I can check it and see if there's anything good happening. LinkedIn, because of course we're all professionals around here. Light, this is an app I've had for a really long time. I liked them in the beginning before they tried to become like every other video sharing app. It used to be like GIF style video, but it was super easy to create and so fun, and now I don't really like them anymore. Elo is there because this is actually the web application. So this is going to open up Safari and go to the social network. I haven't been on Ello pretty much since I was on an Ello kick when they first launched, which was super fun. It's very simplistic, but I haven't really seen it go anywhere in the last few months, so I haven't really been on it. Now we go to the listen folder. These are all things that you can listen to. Coffeetivity is a productivity app that allows you to listen to the sounds of a coffee shop in case you work for yourself and need the sound of that people type ambiance. Really interesting. Rain is the sound of rain and other white noise types of things if you need that to like sleep or whatever. Stitcher, obviously, the Marketing Lifestyle Show is on Stitcher, so I of course have that app downloaded. I hardly ever use this to listen to podcasts, but I think it's good to have. Pandora, because it's Pandora. Listening to music is nice. Sometimes I listen to Pandora. It's in this folder though because it's usually not my first choice. It's actually usually my last choice. Overcast is another podcasting app. I have that here because I just want to see how my show shows up, make sure everything works correctly, but it's also another one that I wouldn't actually use. Shazam, of course, everybody knows what Shazam is, in case you're like, what is the name of this song? I must have it. It's the best app ever for that. NPR News, because I like to listen to NPR, but more and more I found that just subscribing to individual podcasts from NPR is more my style. So I have this here in case I just want to turn on the news that's live streaming, but usually I'll just listen to their podcast for individual shows. 97.1 The Fan, also not for me, local radio station. Sports. TuneIn Radio is a great way to find local radio stations that might be streaming something that you want to hear, such as sports. And then of course we have Audible, in the case that I want to listen to a book, which I've been reading more than listening lately, but still keep this on here just in case. Jawbone, so I can sync up my Jawbone speaker. iTunes Store, because it's the iTunes Store. In my office life folder, I have some very important things so I can run my business on the go. Box is up first. This is where we keep all of our files for the business. So if a client is uploading footage for a video that we're helping to create for them, we put all those files here. We just pay for a lot of memory, and it's nice to have everything in the cloud so everybody can access it. Pipedrive is fantastic. This is where I keep track of all of the leads that we have for the business. So where are they in the sales process? Have I sent them a proposal yet? What was their feedback? Do we need to call them? Do we need to have another meeting? Do we need to have an initial meeting? You can even put ideas for clients in here, which is really cool because it'll help you kind of get on the ball with recruiting business. FreshBooks basically keeps my business running because it keeps track of all my accounting. I'm completely obsessed with them. Click the link in the description if you want to sign up for FreshBooks and support the show. I would appreciate it because you are going to never look at money the same in your business. It's so cool the way they lay out all of your numbers and help you keep track of everything. So important when you're a business owner. So important. Can't even say that anymore. So important. Workflow is still in here, but I actually haven't been using that anymore. I stopped paying for it. It's just a great note-taking app. I just never use it. I've been organizing everything in Evernote so I can stop saying where did I put that down. It's really hard when you have too many note-taking apps. Next up is Google Drive because we keep a lot of copy type files in the Google Drive. Try not to put as much video footage in here, but sometimes we have to. Genius Scan is the best app. It will take anything and turn it into a PDF, which is really useful when you work for yourself and need to be able to sign a contract but don't have the special equipment that a normal office would have. You just have your phone, turn it into something that is a paper document and turn it into something that is a digital document. And then of course Shake. I've done a video about Shake before. This is a great way to make contracts in the case that you need a contract but don't have somebody to draft that contract for you. This could be anything from renting your apartment to doing business. So definitely recommend checking this out. Then we have a few more in office life, including Sheets, which is Google Drive, basically Excel, being able to see and edit Excel sheets on your phone. Toggle is a great timekeeping app. You can easily just keep track of the projects that you're working on and different assignments. Type it in there, hit the start button, and it will start just timing you. If you are in the habit of timing yourself a lot for your job, I definitely recommend FreshBooks and then using their timer because then it'll send all of your times automatically with your hourly rate to your invoices, or at least helps you track them even if you don't want to invoice it directly. So something to keep in mind. SpeakPipe, because I used to get voicemails for my podcast and people are afraid to leave me voicemails, so I no longer take them. WordPress, just in case I want a quick and easy editor of of any of my blogs. And then iDashboard is a great way to check Google Analytics on your phone. So definitely recommend that if you want to be able to do that a little bit more seamlessly than going to mobile web. In Photo 2, we have a lot of options here. Clip Stitch is collage apps, but allows you to put video in certain slots. So I love that, having some of it be video and like still photos in the other corners. That makes it so much fun. Repost is a great way to reshare an Instagram. Over is an awesome design app for adding copy to your photos. So this is really fun if you wanted to put like a funny quote or make a motivational type of photo for Instagram. Over has the prettiest fonts, and I highly recommend it over anything else. Font Candy is another version of that I am less experienced with. Selfie is great for making yourself look prettier than you actually turned out to be in your selfies. Riffsy is the best. Download this app and turn it on as a keyboard for your iPhone, and it will help you easily integrate GIFs into your text messages. So watch this. If I click the world button again, it pulls up an entirely different keyboard, and you can just pick whatever you're feeling. But what's even cooler than that is you can actually search and find what you're looking for. So if I wanted to refer to something specifically, like OMG, I guess, you can search here and it will pull up all the best OMGs. And then you can easily copy it just by tapping, paste it in your text message and send it, and then your friends will be wowed. Flipagram is a great way to put a lot of photos into a video for Instagram. Vignette is what people are using to better edit their videos on Vine, so you can have a little bit more editing capability. Hipstagram, the original great photo app for iPhone. I hardly ever use it, unfortunately. Followers Plus, great way to find out who unfollowed you on Instagram. I know there's some of you out there. I don't know if it's gonna show you who Instagram deleted from your followers now that we've all lost some due to the purge of spamming accounts, but this is interesting if like you're like, you did not unfollow me on my Instagram. I take the best pictures. This is a good app to do that with. Vimeo, just so I can check up on my uploads there. I sell product on the website, so I usually put the videos on Vimeo so I can keep them password locked and all that stuff. Tags for Likes is a great way to find out what popular hashtags are happening on Instagram, so check that out. And WedPics I downloaded because it's an awesome social network for when you're having a wedding and you want everyone to share their photos so that the bride and groom and their family can see it all in one place. Read. This is where I read. Pocket, this is where I save articles to read. Daily is a curation from Buffer app. They show you all the best articles that you might want to share with your audience. Delicious is where I keep my most favorite apps ever. Kindle is where I read a book every once in a while. CNN, just in case I want to know what's happening in the news. Newsstand, I just put it there. News Digest is a great curation of news from Yahoo, really nice app. Feedly is where I keep all my RSS feeds. 10TV is the local station I watch here in town. And Next Issue I just found out about from my friend Sarah Conley. This is a great way to follow magazines. Some of them are free. If you it's like Netflix. You like pay for a subscription and you can like access a ton of magazines. When magazines cost like $7 a pop sometimes, especially at the airport, this is a much better way to go. Shopping! Kohl's, love it. Retail Me Not, best way to get coupons wherever you're shopping. Amazon, duh. Outlook is one of my favorite places to go for like discount, upscale clothing and shoes. Rue La La, same thing. Target, I don't know why I have this app. I don't know that that is actually useful to me when I shop at Target, but whatever. Etsy, because sometimes whatever you need is being created by somebody on Etsy, and there's no way you can find it anywhere else, so I definitely keep that around. CardStar is where I keep track of all of my memberships, so like my Southwest airline number or like my CVS Care card number, so I don't have to carry around all these cards. Acorns, I don't remember what that is. Kroger, Zappos, Apple Store, Chase, PayPal, Venmo is another version of PayPal. You can send people money, but it's free. And Wallet, Google Wallet, of course, because apparently my YouTube tip jar is going there, but I haven't seen anything show up yet, and people keep saying they're sending me money. I'm like, I don't know. Verizon, so I can pay my bill. Eventbrite, so I can keep track of all my tickets. StubHub, so I can buy more tickets. Same thing with Ticketmaster. Sound effects! Sound effects. called Chelsea. This is the Chelsea Peretti app. It has sound effects in it, among other things, because this is all come from her amazingly successful podcast. If you are not listening to Chelsea Peretti, she's hilarious. Soundbox, another sound effects app. I keep all these things for my podcast and I never use them. Style folder, Speak Chic. I've had this forever. This helps you pronounce upscale designers and people that have crazy names because they're from France or Australia or whatever, and you don't know how to say their name properly. This app tells you how to do it. Pose is a social app to share what you're wearing and just let people know where you got it. Never use it anymore, but it used to be fun. Cloth is a good way to keep track of what's in your closet. It's basically the same thing, except you're not sharing it with the world. I put a lot of default Apple apps in extras, like Pages, Keynote, Numbers, iTunes U, iPhone, iMovie, GarageBand, Find My iPhone, Calendar app because I don't actually use the main calendar app. Tips, I don't even know what they want from me there. Dictionary, always looking some words up, especially the thesaurus. Time is this super cool way of timing everything on your stove, because you only get so many timers with your stove, so you can actually set a timer and say, okay, I want 24 minutes on that one, and so that's counting. Now I'm gonna go back here, this one's going for only 10 minutes, and then you can just have all of these, you know which one's gonna be done and when, and try to time everything correctly. Love this, never cook. If I did, I would totally use this all the time. Notes, FaceTime, clock, this is where I obviously set my alarm in clock, reminders. I love this Level app because I hang pictures up every day. No, I don't, obviously not. But this is great for testing, the levelity of whatever you're using. Emoji, that's my keyboard for emojis. Game Center, calculator, camera, weather, contacts, stocks, realtor.com, because sometimes when I'm driving by a house, I just want to know how much it's worth. Compass, iBooks, Google, Mail. IFTT is if this then that. I usually just use that on web, on the computer. It's just stuff that's just set up and just happens naturally. I rarely ever use this app. I haven't found a reason to use it on my phone yet. And then speed test to make sure I know just how fast the internet is. All the time. Finally, travel. Okay, TripIt is where I keep all of my itineraries. Then of course I have the Southwest app, Expedia to search for how cheap things can be. Sometimes I take a last minute trip like that just because Expedia said I could do it because it's cheap. Hipmunk is another way to do that. TripAdvisor is where I like to leave reviews sometimes and let the world know where I have been and why they should go there too. FlightAware is where I track flights if I'm picking someone up from the airport. Love this app. Love it, love it, love it. It's like I'm the smartest person. It's like I'm air traffic control. It's fantastic. It also tells me if my flight's gonna be delayed. Love that. Same with TripIt, actually. Uber, everyone knows what Uber is. Time to get that town car on. Car2Go is how I drive around Columbus since I've been car free for almost 3 years. More than that, actually, I think. These are little smart cars that I can rent by the minute. Hotels Tonight is awesome because if you're traveling and you need a hotel that same night, you can check it at 9 a.m. that morning. It'll tell you what the deals are for that day. They're basically trying to get rid of rooms that they didn't sell, so you might get a little bit better of a deal, which I have, and that's awesome. And if you refer it out, you can get discounts, baby. Hilton Honors, because it's an honor to be on the Hilton Honors. And then of course the Passbook that comes with iPhone. Silver Car is a really cool way if you're in a big city where they have this available. You can rent a car, but you can rent a specific upscale car. So if I wanted to rent an Audi type of vehicle instead of going to Enterprise and getting a crappy Kia or something. Silver Car is really cool, but I haven't been able to use it yet, actually. Kayak is another version of Expedia. Jet Smarter is sort of the plane sharing thing that I would probably never use, but I just had to download it. Today Tix is a really great way to get tickets to a show the same day, so sort of the same idea as Hotels Tonight. United, because I have United Miles. Amtrak, just in case you gotta take a train. And then of course, Apple Maps, hidden on that third page. Holy mother of jeez, oh Pete, that took forever. I hope you enjoyed that. To those of you who really wanted that, I had to get through all of them this time because there was not gonna be a part 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. As always, make sure you sign up for Amy's Elite so you don't miss a beat. That's the link in the purple annotation below. I will not be back the rest of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and take Christmas off. I hope you understand. Christmas Eve, we'll be going to my family's house, and Christmas Day, we will be all over the freaking place. So, I am sure you can imagine what that's like. And I'm just going to be back next week with Savvy Tuesday and Sexy Wednesday for New Year's week. I'll only be taking off one video next week. So full disclosure, okay? This is the deal. Just make sure you don't yell at me later, because I told you what was going on, okay? See you next week. Happy holidays. I love you.